And go ahead and get started. Welcome everyone. My name is Rachel Garcia. I'm coming to you from Jacksonville, Florida, where it's kind of cold if you can't tell. Not used to the cold weather here in Florida that we've had lately. So I'm sharing some information with you tonight that could be life-changing for you and your family. It was life-changing for our family when we first looked at this back in 2008. I'm a physician assistant. I've been practicing medicine for 18 years now, and I had just started, my husband and I had just started 2 businesses in 2008. I also just had my second baby, so I was really, really busy. And at first I said, you know, I don't really have time to add anything else to my plate. I don't like to take things on that I don't feel like I have time to take on. And the person who invited me said, you know what, you can say no, just get educated on what you're saying no to first. And so that made a lot of sense to me, and I agreed to take a look. And I knew within minutes of watching the presentation that I was meant to be involved in this company in some way or another. I had no idea how drastically it would change our lives over the next 10 years and tens of thousands of other lives along with it. That very first year, we had such drastic results and changes in our health that I felt ethically obligated to share it with others. My problem was time. And my CPA is the one who kept encouraging me and telling me that this business was probably the best business of all the businesses that I'd started. And he encouraged me to find time. So about 10 minutes a day is what I spent on this the first 12 months that I was involved with the company, and we made $100,000 that year. We had 4 streams of income. My husband and I are probably overly educated people. He has 2 degrees from the University of Florida. I have 1 from UF. I have a master's degree from down in Miami. I'm also board certified to practice medicine. He has his underground utility license, site development license, general contractor's license, and a pool license. So overly educated. But because we made that choice back in 2008, we now make more in 2 days from what I'm about to show you than the 2 of us combined used to make the pinnacle of our careers in 2 months. We make that money whether we're awake, whether we're sleeping, whether we're talking to people, whether we're sharing pure, whether we're not. It is residual income, which is something very, very few people have in the United States. So I'm excited to walk through with you the information about the company. Think of me as a newscaster tonight. I'm really just giving you information. You can decide what you want to do with that information. The name of our company is PURE. It stands for People United Reaching Everyone. And I believe with all my heart that everyone deserves to have this information. After 11 years of being involved in the company, I have found that there's 2 groups of people really attracted to what we have. The first group is very interested in the health aspect. That's definitely what attracted me to this. The second group is very interested in the income potential. We have people who joined this team 6 months ago who've made $50,000, $60,000, $80,000, $100,000, $150,000. Yes, $150,000 working this very part-time. That being said, on average, most people who join make between $500 to $1,000 a month. That's life-changing for a lot of people, and that attracts a lot of people to what we have, because the average person who's struggling financially, you know, if they're trying to get ahead or they're trying to get an additional stream of income, how do you do that? Do you go get another job and trade more hours for dollars? Do you buy a franchise? Do you start a startup business? Do you purchase real estate? Risky, expensive are what those options are. And I will tell you, Tony Robbins, multimillionaire, Richard Branson, multi-billionaire, or I should say a billionaire, are huge proponents of this industry, this business model that I'm going to lay out for you tonight. And you have to think, why are such wealthy men such big proponents of this? Another very wealthy man who's not only a proponent of this industry, but is one of our company's investors. Phil Knight is the 27th wealthiest man in the world. Pure is about a 10-and-a-half-year-old company. We attracted Phil Knight 3 years ago. He became one of our majority investors, and he's involved with taking us public. In case you don't know who he is the man who took a small no-name shoe company to the largest shoe company in the world. You have to wonder why a man like this has locked arms with our company. We did $100 million in sales last year. About 55,000 people in the U.S. know about us, yet we're in 10 countries. I believe we're in that stage of going from small to big. You know, people get started in startup companies and they're like, oh, this is very exciting, ground floor opportunity. Well, we've gone through all those rocky years. We have just passed the 10-year mark, and we're expected to be $1 billion per year company by the year 2020. Health and wellness is the future, but we had a stamp on it before anybody else jumped on the bandwagon, and we've stayed through the last 10 years because what we have is real. See, I was attracted to the truth that the company was speaking. In medical school, I didn't learn a lot about nutrition. I learned about how to write prescriptions to treat diseases, but I didn't learn a lot about the importance of what you're putting into your body. And my nephew was diagnosed with severe autism in 2008, and that woke me up to the perils of what we're consuming and what we're feeding our children. And I began to do a lot of research on autism and what it is and why do children get it now. And I became one of those crazy health people. I was very vigilant about what we were putting into our bodies. I was going to the health food store on a regular basis and turning the packages of vitamins over. There's over 50 vitamins just for kids at Whole Foods. And the average person doesn't have a master's degree in clinical medical sciences like I do, but I would go research. And I was tired of doing that research. And when I heard about this company and how it got started, I was intrigued. You see, there was a clinical practice out in California where they taught patients how to consume the right foods to get this machine we live in working the way it was supposed to be working. And after 30 years of seeing patients, there was a 3-year waiting list for people to get into that clinic. And they said, you know, people shouldn't have to wait 3 years to get in here. We're going to start a company, but we're only going to spread the news by word of mouth. I personally think that's brilliant. I recommended somebody to a dermatologist here in town last week. I recommended somebody to a pediatric dentist the week before. I recommended people to 2 movies this past weekend and a new restaurant. How many people have you referred to your hairdresser, to the local gym you go to? Do you get a referral fee? Do you get paid for those referrals? No, it's just what we do. This company said, you know what? We're going to take the marketing funds that we have, that almost every new startup company has. They typically use those marketing funds and either hire a marketing firm or pay for billboards and commercials and ads and magazines. This company said, we're just going to pay people who already believe in what we have. We're gonna offer these products, this whole raw food plant-based system to people. The only way people are going to find out about it is from somebody who really believes in what we have already. I think that's brilliant. Because I don't know about you, but I walk in Whole Foods and they hand me a flyer on, oh, try our new calcium capsules. I'm not going to look at that. I've got to go do the research. I'm not interested in what the salesperson is trying to sell me. Whoever invited you tonight isn't inviting you here to try to sell you. They're inviting you because they care about you, because this company in some way or another has touched their life and they think you deserve to know about it, because there's no other way you'll find out about it. If you can imagine Costco combined with Amazon, combined with Whole Foods, a better version of Whole Foods, that's kind of what we have here, but with a referral program. Imagine getting an email from Amazon today that says, hey, Brian, for everybody that you refer to Amazon, if they get a membership with Amazon Prime because of you, whatever they purchase for the rest of their lives, we're going to give you a 10%. We're just going to give you a 10% cash back off of whatever they order, because we wouldn't have gotten that sale without you. And you know what? If your friend who enrolls, if he tells his neighbor and his brother and his cousin and they enroll as well, you'll get a percentage of those orders too. It's brilliant. It's the company's way of saying thank you so much for sharing news about us to others. I didn't join for any of that. You know, people came into when you see 50 plus patients a day, I was either in the OR cutting cancers out of people, or I was writing over 100 prescriptions a day, seeing 50 to 75 patients a day. When patients would come in and they would try to tell me about their jewelry companies and their wrap companies and their weight loss shakes, I didn't like it. I had 5 minutes with them to do a full body exam. I didn't like it. I did not want to be one of those people. So I had no intention of telling anyone about this. But I thought, my goodness, if I can click a button and get 30 years of research is what they have in this company, give it to me. Give me everything they have. I expected no results. I was already buying the best of the best, and I was seeing no results from my high-level vitamins and omegas and calcium. So when within a couple of days we saw results, my insomnia was gone in days. I could go to sleep at night, you guys. I'd hit the bed at 1 a.m., but my mind would race all night long. I'd get up at 3 a.m. with my baby, who I was still nursing, and I'd go back to sleep, and I'd wake up at 5:30 to go to work. Racing, racing, racing. When I finally started getting real rest after a couple days on this system, it was interesting. I'll say that. I wasn't like, oh, let me start sharing. It was just interesting. About a weekend, my son's horrible constipation issues resolved. We were told to put him on Miralax. Miralax is antifreeze in a bottle. Don't put anyone you love on Miralax. So when his issues resolved at the end of that first week, I was starting to take note. At the end of 6 weeks, my husband's horrible depression and anger issues. Do you know anybody who struggles with horrible depression? It's bad. And I was told by his whole family, we can't believe you stayed married for 10 years without him being on antidepressants. Our whole family's on antidepressants. Listen, depression is not the result of a deficiency of an antidepressant in your bloodstream. It's a result of other things. And I wasn't willing to start him down that road. I'm a prescriber, remember, of one small little dose of antidepressant that soon doubles and triples, and then you're on an anxiety medication because of the side effects from the antidepressant. Oh, then these 2 medications cause you to not sleep. Oh, now you're on a sleeping medication. So when those severe lows disappeared, about 6 weeks in, okay, now I was taking note. My children are now 11 and 14. My boys have never seen their dad the way I did those first 10 years of our marriage. That has changed their outlook, their view on their father for the rest of their lives. That is life-changing. When my severely autistic nephew started speaking about 3 months in, it was time for me to get involved. I wanted to know what in the world this company was all about. People say all the time, oh, my sister's doing something like this. Oh, it's so cute that you're doing that. Is it like candles? I'm a healthcare provider. I went to school for 8.5 years. I spent $100,000 on my education. I'm not selling candles. I am here because what we have is real and it works. It's very different from anything else you'll see out there. Very different. It's for everyone. It's not just for the women who want to put expensive skincare on their face. It's for the men. It's for the children. It's for the parents, the grandparents, even the dogs and cats. Anybody who has a body. At some point or another, unless they're in that honeymoon phase of 15 to 28 and they think they're going to live forever, at some point they figure out what I'm putting into my body probably matters. It's consumable. So we've all bought jewelry and candles and Pampered Chef baking stones from our friends, and we're not going to buy those every month. The jewelry lasts forever. Who's going to buy jewelry every month? That's a stinky business model, if you ask me, that all your people who are involved and excited only purchase from you one time. We have something that they purchase over and over and over again because they use it and then it's gone. So if they want more, what do they have to do? They have to purchase more. So what really makes us different is how many people repurchase. And again, that brings me back to why I'm here. 85 out of 100 people who try our products for the first time repurchase them. Why is that? I wanted to know. I was already buying more expensive supplementation than what you see here. Nurse practitioners, doctors, and PAs are the ones that pharmaceutical reps sit in the lobby of our offices for an hour sometimes, maybe 2, waiting to see us for 5 minutes to tell us why we should write for this prescription instead of this one. I wanted to know why. Why are your plant-based omega-3s better than the fish oil? Why is your noni better than what I can find at Whole Foods? Is every child who has speech issues with autism going to start speaking after they're put on this system? Why is my husband no longer struggling with depression without antidepressants? What is the difference here? And the more I dug in and the more I got involved in studies and research, you actually can find a picture of me in a book called The Aztec Diet, written by Dr. Bob Arnott, where we took hundreds of people and put them on our plant-based system with Mila for 90 days. The results will blow your mind. After a couple years of research, I became so convinced. I was like, I have a new job, and that's to get the word out. People deserve to know that they don't have to be sick. The reason this stuff works so well, because of the centuries-old philosophy, plant-based philosophy that was utilized and perfected in that clinic for 30 years. Cleanse your body of the toxins you've been consuming since you were born. I just spoke at a conference this past weekend and gave study after study after study talking about the toxins we are consuming that our grandparents didn't have to worry about. And if you think about it, We cleanse the oil out of our car every 5,000 miles. We cleanse out our pool filters, our air conditioning filters. But we don't think about this. You have 7 channels that you eliminate through, 7 eliminatory organs God gave you. If you come into the ER in sepsis, they're going to be checking all of those eliminatory organs. Lungs, liver, skin, lymphatic system, kidneys, blood, intestines. Some people go, oh no, I don't need to cleanse. I poop every day. I'm good. Okay, that's just one organ. You've got to cleanse all the others out. And if you become aware of the junk that's being pumped into us and our children every day, unbeknownst to us, you suddenly realize I really need to cleanse. Glycophosphates in our children's breakfast cereals. Did you see that out a couple months ago? A breakfast cereal that almost every baby is encouraged to use the pincer grasp to get that into their mouths. We're being poisoned. Herbicides, pesticides, fungicides, you got to get the junk out. The microparticles of plastic from the Tupperware containers and the plastic bags and the plastic water bottles. Why do you think cancer is about to surpass heart disease as the #1 killer in America? Why do you think that is? We need to cleanse. We are toxic and we're being poisoned daily. Then we balance out our hormone levels and our pH using food. There's a great book published about a decade and a half ago called The China Study. They followed hundreds of thousands of people in different walks of life to see why do some get sick all the time and some are never sick. What's the difference? You know what they learned? It was breakfast, lunch, and dinner. The people who ate meat, dairy, sugar, soda, coffee, bread, over and over and over again, they were sick. The people who ate plants, and more plants, they weren't sick. The inflammation in their arterial walls was decreased. It was fascinating. It's a fascinating book if you haven't read it. We have a plant-based system here, building up your 60 trillion cells with what we need. We need food. We don't need vitamin gummies. We need whole raw food nutrition. Vitamin A, D, E, K, magnesium, potassium, sulfur, omega-3s, greens, calcium in the form of food, and that's what we have here. I have come to believe after almost 18 years of practicing medicine and almost 11 years involved with Pure that almost every single ailment we face as a human race is the result of being toxic, acidic, and severely lacking in nutrition. And you might say, oh no, I have an organic garden. I only eat the vegetables I grow. My mom has an organic garden. And guess what? The garden next to hers, the farm next to hers is not organic. Guess what happens to the runoff from the rain and from all that? We've got to cleanse the junk out. My mom went on this system. She's in her 70s. She called me about 6 weeks in crying and said, I've never felt so good in my entire life. My mom only eats what she grows. I don't care if you're struggling with migraines, anxiety, depression, heart disease, carotid plaque disease, rheumatoid arthritis, joint pain, asthma, eczema. I believe the majority of our issues are from us being toxic, acidic, and lacking in nutrition, and we have an answer here. We have a whole medical board made up of medical doctors and a pharmacist, 5 of our products from the physician's desk reference. We didn't start yesterday. We're not some startup company going, oh, we think we have something really good. No, we have something really good. That first couple years when I did all that research, I put it together for you. On purelifechangers.com, go to the products tab. I was involved with a study in Gainesville with pediatrician Dr. Nancy Worthington because I wanted to know, was it just my nephew? No, it wasn't just my nephew. All of that information is on purelifechangers.com. We also have this amazing Facebook community because I now speak to so many people that I know they don't know me. They don't know me from Adam. So we encourage you to get back to the person who invited you. Ask them to add you to this page. We have testimonies posted multiple times a day from people all over the world. Real live testimonies. Lab results are posted on here. Blood pressure numbers are posted on here. It'll blow your mind. Validity to everything that I'm saying. You might be thinking, well, I know somebody who needs this, but I'm not a healthcare provider. I'm not good at sales. Do I have to do house parties? No. You guys, the first couple years in this business, I would meet people. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't go to school for sales. I went to school to be a healthcare provider. And so but I believed in this so much that I was on the soccer field. Oh, I have something for your headache. And everywhere I went, I was talking about it. And it just wasn't working. It wasn't working. And it was so frustrating. And people would say, oh, you got to meet my brother. He can sell ice to an Eskimo. And I was like, that's great. But the people who can do that are like 1 to 2% of the population. That's like looking for a needle in a haystack. I thought, what if I can figure out a way that the 98% who aren't good at sales can share this with everybody? And so that's what we've landed on. And you guys, since we've released what you're seeing tonight, we've had an absolute explosion in growth. I'll tell you, this company went from number 181 in our industry to number 13 in the last 12 months. This is what we do. We invite people to watch a presentation. I feel pretty strongly that people know right away whether or not this is for them pretty quickly. They get back to the person who invited them and they say, tell me why you're so excited. So we share about our experiences and then we connect you to a leader who can answer questions. So whoever invited you tonight, maybe it's Jess and Daniel, don't expect them to know all the answers. They work very closely with business partners and team leaders who can answer the questions that you have. I'm actually going to stay on afterwards and answer a bunch of your questions. But when I first got started, I would just make one phone call every day on the way to work because that was the only time I had. I'd be like, Barbara, you know how my husband Javier and I were always looking for additional businesses, because we were. And that's just wise to have multiple streams of income. We have found a company that we're blown away by. I don't know if it's for you or not, but I'm super excited about it. If I send you something, will you take a look at it? And then I'll call you on my drive home tonight at 10. Okay, I'll talk to you then. And then I would call them back. Sometimes they would pick up, sometimes they wouldn't. I didn't really care. And if they started asking me questions, I'd be like, I was just in the OR all day. I think I might know the answer, but I'm not sure. So let me connect you with somebody who does, and let me listen to the answer and learn. And that was when we made that $100,000 that first year. Now, you guys, that bronze level in the company, that's about $500 a month. That's simple. That's easy. It's not difficult to do that. A lot of people who are at that level literally just put in 10 hours their first week in the business and then they really walk away from it, and it's residual income coming in month after month. But it took me 3 years to hit the rank of diamond in this company. That's a $200,000 per year residual income. We have people doing that in their first month now. People used to say to me, oh, you're so lucky you got in early. You don't want to get into any company early. We didn't know what we were doing. We've kind of laid the groundwork for you now. So what we're offering you tonight is, whether you're just interested in the products, you can get the products. It's like joining a membership club. But if you want to build a business, it's kind of like getting a franchise without the royalty fees and the handcuffs that are attached, because we have this ABCD plan that works. It's pretty much guaranteed to work. And if you do it, it works. So that you don't have to wait 3 years to hit the rank of diamond. We have people hitting blue diamond in their second month now. We have people hitting black diamond their first year. It took me 8 years to hit the rank of black diamond. You can do whatever you want to do. You can make whatever you want to make here. A lot of people who join, I hear this daily. I just want to make $1,000 a month because that'll pay off my credit card debts, because that'll help me get ahead in my savings. Easy. That's easy. You can make whatever you want to make here. There's no cap. You can make more than me, and I'll help you do it. Let me show you how it works. Let's say that the person who invited you is down here at the bottom of the screen. Let's just say Jessica and Daniel Lopez, okay? They've got a lot of people on tonight. They're only building 2 teams. Kind of think of it like flag football. You're either going on this team or you're going on that team. There's not teams 3, 4, 5, and 6. They're all going on one or the other. The first 2 people who text them or call them tonight and say we're in are the first 2 people to go on their team. Good for you. Because the next person that calls and tells them they're in is going on your team. And the next person that calls, going on your team. And then if they start telling people, they're going on your team. So Jessica and Daniel would be building a team for you. If you join their team late or early, they're going to build a team for you. Do you think you'll have more success if you join them early or late? Well, what does it mean when they build them a team? Well, every time these people who they place on your team place an order for product, which remember, 85 out of 100 purchase month after month after month, that money goes into a savings account for you that's just waiting for you to cash in on as soon as you decide to start sharing this with others. Now, some people are going to watch this tonight and go, I'm just going to watch you and see how you do. And they come back 3 months later, how are you doing? And you might be like my friend Cozy in Tallahassee, single mom with 4 kids, made $32,000 her first 3 months. So you come back, how are you guys doing? We made $32,000 our first 3 months. We worked this thing less than an hour a day. It's amazing. Well, I want to join now. Do you think that person has as much potential where they've joined versus if they joined the first night? They can still make money there. But let's just say that the people who join Jessica and Daniel's team next week, let's say they live in Arkansas where we have nobody yet. And they get the mayor of Arkansas, governor of Arkansas, who brings everybody in. You're missing out. Those people won't be on your team because you waited. I would recommend that you get started tonight or as quickly as you possibly can if you think this might be for you. Now's the time to start and join with our company. Right now, nobody really knows about us. About 55,000 people in the US. They're almost all in Texas, Kansas, and Missouri. Just to give you an idea, there's about 20 million people in the state of Texas. So again, no one really knows about it, but we're growing the fastest we've ever grown, and I've been here for 11 years. I do believe with all my heart that in 3 years we're going to be like, you know, like the oil companies where everybody's like, yeah, I know about the oils. My sister, my cousin, my pharmacist, everybody does it. Everybody knows about the oils now. Right now, no one knows about us. It's that sweet spot right before everybody finds out. When we're $1 billion per year company and we go public, everybody will know who we are. Let me show you how to get started. There's 2 ways. Some of you were saying, I'm just interested in the products. I'm not interested in the business. I don't really understand that. They say, I don't really care about extra money. Huh? Okay. I mean, if you don't like money, you can give it to an orphanage or something. But okay, I'll go along with you. Just want to enroll for products, or you want to build a business, you're going to get a membership for $25. That gives you access to our products for 25% off. Now, then you're going to set up your monthly overhead. Is there a requirement for you to order every month? No. Do whatever you want to do here. But if you're looking to get healthy, number one, I highly recommend you order monthly. It's like joining a gym. You don't join a gym for a month and say, let me see how it works. We all know the gym works if you go to the gym. So you've destroyed your body for a couple decades. Let's pour some good nutrition in. Are you an athlete? Let's pour the sports line in for a couple months. You'll see the results within a week or two. If you're an athlete, you'll know right away. Pour some good nutrition in consistently. Give your body a chance to start to heal itself from the inside out with the products and the pure raw food nutrition. But if you're looking to build a business, this kind of threw me off. All that the company requires that you order to keep that savings account that Jess and Daniel are going to build for you, or whoever is sponsor bringing you in tonight, to get paid weekly from the people you share it with, is $125 a month. $125 a month overhead of food that you eat. You should be spending that much on your family's nutrition already. I'm here to tell you as a healthcare provider, if you're not, it's going to bite you in the butt in the future. Then you go place your first order. Aunt Betty, she's got knee pain. She's been on Changing Lives with Pure. She saw 10 testimonies yesterday about it. She's like, I just want the knee pain stuff. Great. We'll point her towards the right products. There is no obligation for her to ever buy again. 85% chance she will. But if you're looking to build a business, if you like the idea of an extra $1,000 a month, $500 a month, making $150,000 in the next 6 months, if you like that idea and you want to build a business, you want to partner with Jessica and Daniel or whoever invited you, you want to get to VIP quickly. We have 2 ways to do it. The first is getting one of our VIP packs. If you purchase these packs, you get a bunch of benefits. Free enrollment, free shipping on that package, full access to high-level coaching and support. I do not spend a lot of time with people who are not at the VIP level. We call it very important partner. We know that you have invested here and you're serious about changing lives, starting with your own. You get your entire family's health instead of just your health. My husband and I take our team. We open up 2 incentive trips per year for our team. We just took 22 people to the Keys about a month and a half ago. We rented out an entire boutique hotel in Isla Mirada, took them to the 2 best restaurants on the island, took them parasailing, and we're doing it all over again at Lake Lanier up in North Georgia in September. You do not get to go or run for these trips if you're not at the VIP level. And then the company has a whole separate pay plan that opens up for you when you're at that VIP level. These are just some of the trips we've taken our teams on in the past. That additional way that you get paid. If you come in with a VIP package tonight and then you follow our training system, and as early as tomorrow have people watching this presentation, yes, it's recorded, and 2 of them, I'll just tell you the odds, 3 out of 10 that watch it, if you invite them the way we teach you to invite them, 3 out of 10 join. But let's just say 2 do, and they come in with the same package you came in with, you'll earn $1,050. But if you're Aunt Betty and you just picked a few products, but you still invited people to watch a presentation, and people join with that VIP package, Aunt Betty's only going to earn $450 instead of $1,050. So the company is still paying that $600. It's just not going to you because you're not VIP qualified. There's 2 ways to get there. Purchase one of our VIP packs or purchase one of our smaller packs if you just can't financially swing it to get one of these big packs. I will tell you it's not unusual to make your money back in the first 2 weeks in this company. But if you just can't do it, come in with one of our small packs, plug into our training system, go find 2 people to do the same pack as you, and you'll be at that VIP level. Their 2 VIP packs are fabulous. I came in with this because it's a variety of our best-selling products. It's our entire sports line, which my husband and both of my boys and myself use. It's our super fruits. We've got acai, mangosteen, noni, and goji. Goji's for libido. It's called the happy berry. It's been used thousands of years in the Himalayan mountains. Mangosteen is from Southeast Asia. It helps with allergies, eczema, pain reduction. Noni, the studies on noni and mangosteen will blow your mind. Noni's been shown to help with cancer. Noni's huge for reflux and bowel issues. My boys, if they have an upset stomach, they're like, Mom, I need the noni. Let me warn you, the noni does not taste good. There's no sugar in our products, but they ask for it because they know it works. What we have is different than what you can find at Whole Foods because it's 100% liquefied, 100% noni. It's not been powdered down, shipped over, and rehydrated with junk. 100% noni. Got the best calcium, the best plant-based calcium you'll find anywhere, perfectly combined with magnesium so your body can absorb it. The cells can absorb it. Goyin is our #1 seller. It's called Marriage Counselor in a Bottle, and I'm not even kidding. It's a 5,000-year-old Asian formulation of superfruits. If you are a rager, or if you have one in your house, they will love Goyin. Just the little things don't matter. A clinical study was actually published on our Goyin. This is my favorite package. It's actually a $700 savings on these products. If you add them all up, it comes to $2,600, and you're getting them for $18.99. I came in with this package for that reason. I wanted my whole family's health, and I wanted the discount. The second VIP package is awesome. It's our detox program. It's actually 2 28-day detox programs. And if you're ready to make a massive change, you're like, I know I just need to do a whole overhaul. We have a whole meal plan and exactly what you need to eat, plus our supplementation for the next 28 days. Cleansing, balancing, and pouring plant-based nutrition into your body. This is for 2 people, 100% success rate. I have someone very close to me who's lost 37 pounds in her first 28 days. It was phenomenal, and it's only continuing to fall off. You can do whatever you want to do here. I'm just going to walk you through some examples of people who've made significant income for themselves, very part-time, in the first couple of months in their business. These next few people have all learned at least 1, if not 2 or 3 trips with the company. Marla and Jim Ed just came off of a cruise with us. So did Mike and Kathy. So did Sybil, single mom, $13,000 in 5 months. Cozy, single mom, just came off of the cruise with us as well. That was the $32,000 in 3 months. Skip and Kristen made $100,000 in their first 6 months in the business. They're going to Maui with us in July. Josh and Ashley, $90,000 in their first 7 months in the business. And then look at this. David and Lindley made $150,000, and they got started last July. They had no time. Lindley has a background in social media marketing, and she was like, I could do this, I could do that. And I said, Lindley, I've been doing this 11 years. I've tried everything. Do what I tell you to do, and it'll work. She sat down with me one afternoon in July and called 50 people from 4 o'clock to 7 o'clock on a Sunday. About 20 people watched the presentation. 13 joined, 10 just to consume products, 3 joined to build. 2 of those people were Josh and Ashley and Skip and Kristen. David and Lindley had to move to North Carolina the next month, so I took over and went to work with Skip and Kristen, Josh and Ashley. This couple's now made over $150,000. They're making thousands of dollars on a weekly basis from sitting down one afternoon back in July. You can do whatever you want to do here. You don't have to be broke forever. Maybe you're not broke. Maybe you're doing very well financially. Well, you know it's wise to have multiple streams of income. It is. The average millionaire has 7. How many streams of income do you have? Do you close everything off before looking at it? Don't listen to what broke people say about money. Listen to what successful people say about businesses and money. The broke people are broke for a reason. You already know if this is for you or not. Get back to the people who invited you. More than likely, this is their first night of inviting people. And it's very, very big to be at the top of their organization, or I should say at the bottom of their organization. So my name is Rachel Garcia. I'm going to stay on for a little while afterwards and answer some questions. I'll tell you I'm on the Leadership Advisory Council of this company. My husband and I are one of the top earners in this company. The checks are bigger when we're out of the country than when we're in the country because we've built this amazing system and we have an amazing team that works really together as a unit. We're really one big family of choice. And we absolutely adore the people that we get to work with here. So I'm going to stop the recording. I'm going to come on here and answer some questions.